If you're a mother here in the room, can you imagine standing there alive? You're alive, and someone comes and puts their hands into your chest and rips out your heart. That's what it feels like. It feels like a part of you is being ripped out of you. You can't even describe the pain. Why are we not protecting the American citizens? It's just common sense. Why are we not protecting our children? And to have a senator from Maryland who didn't even acknowledge or barely acknowledged my daughter and the brutal death that she endured.
Meanwhile, Prince George's County Police and Maryland State Police say the body that was found off of Route 50 in Annapolis does belong to 19-year-old Dacara Thompson. They have arrested 35-year-old Hugo Hernandez Mendez of Bowie and charged him with her murder. Investigators say Hernandez Mendez is in the country illegally and an ICE detainer was issued for him yesterday.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Mika, and we're back for another Red Cup Talks because this is where truth, pop culture, and politics meet. So I had to come on today and talk about this story because the story goes to what I talk about on this channel all the time, and that is illegal immigration here in the United States and in the state of Maryland. If you're new to this channel, you may not know I live in the state of Maryland, okay? I'm from Washington, D.C., but I moved to the state of Maryland, and it is a Democratic hellhole. We have some of the highest taxes in the country, and we have a lot of illegal immigrants. The most notable one we have, Kilmar Bertigo Garcia, the Maryland dad that's not really a Maryland dad, and he should be a Ugandan dad by now. However, the state of Maryland and the Democrats in it are just keeping him here. I don't know why they fight so hard. They spend our tax dollars, Marylanders' tax dollars, on an illegal criminal immigrant. It doesn't do anything but foster more stories just like this. I want you guys to see a story of a 19-year-old woman that shouldn't have lost her life, especially by a person who should have never been in this country to begin with. Watch.
In the case of a missing teen from Prince George's County, this morning, authorities announced the arrest of a Bowie man in connection with Dacara Thompson's death. The 19-year-old was reported missing August 23rd. Her body was discovered in Anne Arundel County days later. News 4's Jessica Albert joins us live with what we know about the arrest. Hi, Jessica.
hey, Melissa, this is truly a heartbreaking conclusion to this missing persons case, and it has now gone from a missing persons case to a homicide investigation. Prince George's County Police and Maryland State Police say the body that was found off of Route 50 in Annapolis does belong to 19-year-old Dacara Thompson. They have arrested 35-year-old Hugo Hernandez Mendez of Bowie and charged him with her murder. Investigators say Hernandez Mendez is in the country illegally and an ICE detainer was issued for him yesterday. Police say surveillance video shows Dacara getting into Hernandez Mendez's car the night that she went missing near where her car was found in Hyattsville. Investigators say he then drove her to his home in the 12,000 block of Kimbridge Drive in Bowie. Detectives say they believe Dacara was murdered in Hernandez Mendez's bedroom. I asked during the news conference whether Hernandez Mendez has any previous arrests. Police say he was arrested by the U.S. Park Police in April for a DUI and was released. County Executive Aisha Braveboy says all questions about this arrest will have to be made to the Department of Justice. We are checking with them to try to get more answers surrounding that April arrest. Now, Dacara was last seen by her family August 22nd, leaving her family's home, her father's home in Lanham. She was reported missing the following day. Police say her body was discovered about a week later in that grassy area along Route 50 in Annapolis. The county executive shared some details about Dacara. She said that she worked for nonprofit Prince George's.
This is a young woman who dedicated part of her young life to serving others, And I want that to ring home to all of you, that this is a good young woman who wanted to do good for her community. And now her community will stand behind her family as we seek justice for her.
And Hernandez-Mendez is expected to have a bail hearing either today or on Monday. This case is still in its very early stages, and investigators are still actively investigating the case. We are going to put more of our team on this story, and we are going to bring you more updates later tonight on News 4. Right now, I'll send it back to you.
This story right here absolutely upsets me. And the reason why it upsets me is because if you don't know anything about Maryland, again, Maryland is all Democrats, okay? But PG County especially, Prince George's County, is heavily Black and Hispanic, okay? It's Black and Hispanic, and they overwhelmingly, I do mean the 92% lives there, they live there, okay? So these are the Democratic constituents. And when I talk about these things, I'm not talking about them from the standpoint that I vote for Republicans and that I support MAGA and Donald Trump. I talk about these things from the standpoint that these policies affect Democrats, okay? You're sitting around voting for these policies. You're voting to keep Kilmar Abrego and other MS-13 members and Trinidad Aragua, all these people you're voting to keep here, and they're affecting you. PG County is a Democratic stronghold, okay? There is no Republicans there. Maryland is a sanctuary state. We just talked about Governor Westmore saying that he will protect the illegal immigrant community. That's where people like this man hide. They hide in the illegal immigrant community that the Democrats want to protect, okay? People like Kilmar Abrego Garcia, he gets to hide under the guise and the tax dollars of Marylanders in the state of Maryland. They're illegally here, and they're hurting the constituents of Maryland, including Democrats. Like, you can't make this stuff up. This young woman did not have to die. But you know why she's gone? Because our representation in the state of Maryland won't do what they're supposed to do, and that's their job. All these sanctuary cities and all of this nonsense goes against federal law. And you won't hear a peep out of the white liberals. You won't hear a peep out of the Black liberals, the 92% that stood so strong and 10 toes down for Kamala and Joe Biden, okay? You won't hear a peep out of them, right? Because it doesn't fit their narrative. This Black young woman lost her life because you guys want to play politics. You don't like Donald Trump, but you won't come to the realization that, yes, these places are not sending their best. These places can affect your daughters as well. And now look what has happened, because earlier this year there was another mother who lost a daughter, but she was white and she was Republican. I want to refresh your memory with that story, because the media, yes, the liberal media, just decided that they were just going to ignore it because it didn't fit their narrative of Orange Man Trump bad against the illegal immigrants. Watch.
This person took my daughter so violently and so gruesomely and so graphically that they sealed the pictures, because I don't want my granddaughters to see these pictures. These are the kind of criminals President Trump wants to remove from our country. These are the kind of criminals that we need to remove from our country. We are American citizens. Why should we allow people like this, violent criminals that have no conscience at all, to murder our mothers, our sisters, our daughters? What? I don't understand why there's even any kind of problem with this. And it's not that it's political, like the left or the right, although I understand different parties have used it in the past. But we have to look at it as, we are American citizens. We need to protect our families, our borders, our children. I don't care about politics. Well, I do, but I want to preserve life. And that's the only reason why I have taken and spoken about Rachel all this time. If you're a mother here in the room, can you imagine standing there alive? You're alive, and someone comes and puts their hands into your chest and rips out your heart. That's what it feels like. It feels like a part of you is being ripped out of you. You can't even describe the pain. Just like you can't describe to your husband what it feels like to carry a baby in your womb, or to feel those first kicks, or to know just intuitively if it's a boy or a girl. It's only a thing that a mother knows. Why are we not protecting the American citizens? It's just common sense. Why are we not protecting our children? And to have a senator from Maryland who didn't even acknowledge or barely acknowledged my daughter and the brutal death that she endured, leaving her 5 children without a mother and now a grandbaby without a grandmother, so that he can use my taxpayer money to fly to El Salvador to bring back someone that's not even an American citizen. Why does that person have more right than I do, or my daughter, or my grandchildren? I don't understand this. Thank you.
And this is what I mean. This was earlier this year here in the state of Maryland. Okay. You can see the pain in this woman's face. It damn near made me cry. Okay. And that's because this woman here has to endure something that she should not have to endure ever, which is burying her child, all because stupid Democrats want to play politics here in the state of Maryland with her tax dollars, okay? Because she pays taxes here in the state of Maryland, all because they want to play politics with illegal immigrants, okay? All because they want to sit here and act like there's nobody coming over here that should not be here. Having to bury their daughters after being sexually assaulted by an illegal alien that shouldn't have been here. But Trump bad, TDS, bald-headed reasoning, all of that stuff overrides human life. All right, you guys. So last but not least, I want to draw attention to something that the Democrats in this area, yes, the DMV area is all Democrats. And I want to draw attention to something that the Democrats and the liberal media here won't tell you. And that's the fact of that there are a lot of missing young women of color. There are plenty of nonprofits who go out and try to find these young girls, but I'm telling you, they don't get found. And if they are found, they're usually like this young lady here. As a matter of fact, the same time Dacara went missing, another young woman went missing. Now, we just found out what happened to Dacara because she was found dead. However, this young woman is still missing.
Dacara is not the only active missing person case in the county. Right now, there is a critical missing person alert for Erica Perry in Hyattsville. Both cases have prompted speculation online. We spoke with the Black and Missing Foundation. They're a nonprofit that raises awareness for missing people of color. They urge the community to stay vigilant and seek out the truth.
Figure out what is the truth, because there's so much information out there. And until law enforcement really comes forward and make an official statement, we really don't have any answers, and we don't want to jeopardize the investigation.
Thinking of both of their families, certainly you can count on us to stay on top of both of these cases.
All right, so you guys just saw all of that. So here are my thoughts. Let's pour it up. These liberal policies, these liberal politicians, the liberal media, all are complicit in what happened to Dacara, because at the end of the day, that young lady is 19 years old, and the illegal migrant that was placed here because they are here illegally in a sanctuary state, in a sanctuary city, which is against federal immigration policies, helped facilitate what happened to this young woman. Young Black girls go missing every day in this area. I wonder why. Because all of the criminals know it's easy. None of this stuff is ever really reported. And once the story has blown over on the local level, it's never on a national level. You know, CNN, China News Network, they're not going to report it. MSDNC 13, they're not going to report it. They're on the side of the MS-13 gang members. The Maryland dad, Kilmar Abrego Garcia. Why would they report this stuff? It's only independent outlets like myself and others who are sitting here trying to bring awareness to the fact that illegal immigration, illegal criminal migrants are here, and they're wreaking havoc on everybody. I hope that young woman's family can find peace, but I'm sure it's very hard. She was 19 years old. I'm sure her family is devastated, all because Democrats want to play politics. Democrats want to have illegal immigrants somewhere they shouldn't be. They're not vetted. These people are just here. If you're a person of color, if you say something about it, you're a racist, you're a sellout. Yeah, you'll be all of these things. But one thing they can't ever say about me is that I don't tell the truth, which is why I support Donald Trump and the Trump administration on getting illegal criminal migrants out of here. because I know the effects that it's having on the communities. I don't look at just who is standing in front of me. I don't care about brown and black skin. I care about your policies, and the policies of the Democratic Party are trash. I'm sick and tired of talking about illegal immigrants. I'm sick and tired of talking about sexual assault of women and children here in the United States, all because of the stupid policies of the Democratic Party. You guys get down in the comments, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this case, and let me know what you think about illegal immigrants as a whole, and let me know what you think about illegal criminal immigrants that could have been detained but are not detained because of these sanctuary city policies, because of these sanctuary states, because of governors like Westmore who refuse to just do the right thing by their constituents. You guys get down in the comments, like, comment, and subscribe. Check out other videos on my channel. It's your girl, Mika. I appreciate you, and I'm out. Peace.